Hi, Liz here with you, and in this video I want to share with you what you need to look for when you're going out and buying your first website on Flippa. Now, the Flippa platform is a fantastic place for beginners to get started in the buying and renovating and selling websites marketplace, because there's a whole range of websites available on there, right from $1 up to many millions of dollars. So that's a great place, and there's a lot there for sale. New listings coming on every day into the marketplace. And so that's where we get our students to start out. And in this video, what I want to show you is what we're looking for and what we teach people to look for, so you can get started out really strong in this marketplace. Now, one of the things before you even go onto Flippa and start looking for websites to buy, very exciting, but what we need to do first of all is think about the strategy going in. So Matt and my strategy, and what's been really successful for us, is that we go in wanting to find websites that are as leveraged as possible, that we can renovate so we can add some value to, that we could potentially sell again later or keep for the cash flow. So when we go in with that kind of search image onto the Flippa platform, we're looking for a different thing that maybe many other people are looking for. And one of the things that we are looking for, we're looking for websites that are content websites, because what we found in our experience is those are the most leveraged. We don't have to buy stock. So there's less investment there. We don't have to organize deliveries or work with drop shippers. There's a lot less moving parts in our world, and for what we do. We find content sites are the most leveraged websites we can buy. And also we find it easier to add value to those websites as well. So that's why we choose content sites. So I'll show you on Flippa actually how we find these particular sites. Now, as you get more experienced, you're going to want to look for websites that have some really nice existing profit, good, solid, ongoing traffic, so that you're buying yourself an asset that is going to be consistent and ongoing. That's one of the major factors that we're looking for in our due diligence process is this website going to keep making the money that it's making now? And that's a lot of the questions in our due diligence process are to be able to answer that question, so we can feel safe investing in that website. Now, when you're beginning though, we recommend all our students start small. And I think that's really smart in the marketplace. You might have heard of paper trading. When you first start trading shares, you go into the market with only a small amount of money, or even just paper trading, to get used to the marketplace, to really learn without investing a huge amount of money. And we'll do another video about the biggest mistakes that beginners make when they do get into buying websites on the Flippa platform, or on any platform. One of those biggest mistakes is just starting too big too quick if you haven't got a lot of experience. So if you're just starting out new, start small. You've got the luxury. Matt and I used to be brokers in the offline world. We worked in mergers and acquisitions, and these guys are spending, or even in small business sales, we're looking at people spending $500,000 or more on a business, and some of them not having any small business experience at all. So now that's a lot of money to put on the line to risk when you're getting into a first investment. On Flippa, we can buy our first website for under $1,000, sometimes under a few $100s, under $500. Now that's a great way to start. And we've got quite a few examples on our channel here. If you go to the success stories, you'll see Yvette and Jasmine, you'll see Nathan and Alexa. These guys bought websites and renovated them, and their first websites were under $1,000. And a few of them, actually, they've sold, you'll see in Nathan and Alexa's story, they sold theirs for almost $17,000 after the reno. So it's a really nice strategy to go in small, learn, get your team in place, get everything organized, then you can step up to those bigger deals. So this is the wonderful thing about Flippa. We can start small. But what are the websites today? What I want to show you is, okay, well, how do we find these websites? What are these little gold nuggets that we can pick up, that we can add some value to and improve, so that we could potentially either pay it off to ourselves as quickly as possible, so we reduce our risk to pretty much zero at that point, or renovate to sell again and build up our bank, and then maybe step up to the next level website where we're buying a tens of thousands of dollar website rather than a $500 or $1,000 or up to say $2,000 or $3,000 website. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go in and look for some content sites, and I'm going to go live on Flippa and actually show you how we do our search. We're going to look for maybe a little bit of profit. It'd be ideal if it had some traffic, some people coming and visiting the website, because that's what we're trying to buy. We're trying to buy leverage. Someone else has done the work to put the website together. It's got some age, got some history. We're bypassing, basically the benefit of buying a website is we bypass all that build phase and all that startup phase, and we're buying time. Basically, the time that it took to put the website together, the time that it took to write all that content, and the time that it's taken, it might have aged online for potentially a few months or a few years, ideally a few years. That's worth it, that history of a website. So we're looking for profit, we're looking maybe for a little bit of traffic, but not necessarily, depending on what your strategy is. We're looking for a specific niche. So not only do we focus on content websites, there's certain niches and topics that the websites are about that we look for. So we really want to focus on particular niches. And then we're looking for opportunities to grow. So we need to make sure that we've got websites that have the ability to be renovated. It's just like when you buy houses. It's like buying those diamonds in the rough. It means that you're going to make more money and have less risk. So let's go live on the Flippa platform and have a look for how we search for these websites, these first websites to buy on Flippa. Okay, so here we are over on the Flippa platform, and we're going to start looking for some websites to buy. So we can browse the websites. You can go in here through to the all websites, and we will have a look at what's here today. Now you probably need to click on the see all websites. If you're at the next level up and you're looking for larger websites, you might want to have a look through the editor's choice, because there's some good stuff in there. But when we're starting out and doing our first websites, we want to look at more the smaller websites. Like I was saying, we want to, now ideally we want over here on the left-hand side, there's a live search bar, and it's great. Flippa have now updated that, so it does a live search for us. Ideally what we want, now the difference between here, established websites are websites that have been built, they've usually got some traffic, they've got so people visiting them, sometimes they've got a little bit of profit already. The starter sites are just built to sell. Like they don't necessarily have any traffic, they may not have unique content. Now, for your very first website, if you just want a little cheapie to kind of get in the market and see what it's like to buy a website, we say to our students, yeah, go for it, buy a starter site, take it from there. It's already built still, and you can start adding content, you can do a little bit of a renovation, but just be aware, a starter site is going to take longer to be profitable because it is starting from zero. So what we'll do in this search though, is we'll look at some established sites. As I was saying before, our strategy is content sites because we have been in manufacturing, we've had wholesale and distribution businesses in the offline world, and we don't like having stock or inventory. Don't like having our money tied up in that. We like to have websites that are totally leveraged, that make their money from advertising or information or affiliate products. So that's the sort of websites, because we like the leverage of that. So we will only look at content websites. So we can leave all those blogs, directories, reviews, forums. So you can see now we're getting down to some nice websites there. You can actually put in a number of monthly users if you want to. So if you want a certain level of traffic to be able to apply for an AdSense account with Google or to get onto Amazon, it's good to have a little bit of traffic already on your website. For Amazon, you need to make a sale within 3 months. So ideally you want some traffic on a website that if you're applying for an Amazon affiliate account. So you might want to do that. But The other way to do it is to put a profit range. So if this is your very first website, I would suggest you go from a profit range of $0 to say $50 a month. That means what we're going to see is websites that aren't too big. They're probably not going to go for a huge amount of money. And that means we filter out the larger ones. We're going to see websites that are probably in that under $1,000 range. Except for that one, of course, that's going to prove me wrong as a $2 million one. But it's showing no net profit. So there you go. You can put in a price range if you want. Maybe you say, okay, maximum price that I want to pay is $3,000. That will then filter out those high level ones that are zero profit, but have a value because of their history and other things. You may want to put some age on it, say 3 or 6 months. You don't need to. Obviously, if it's 0 years old, it means it's a starter site. It's got no history. So it's not potentially as valuable as one that has been online for a little bit. These ones, I think we can just leave those. We'll just go with that. And now let's see what we've got, because now we go down to the level of, all right, so what sort of websites are we looking for? And the thing when I'm doing this first scan through the results, we're training our students to look for topics where they can add content where it would add value to the website, and ideally in a niche, like we say, the 3 magic niches are health, wealth, and happiness. So we don't really want to have websites that are software as a service or things like this where we've got a website and design and style. I'd have to look into that, but that wouldn't be one that would catch my eye, the dabble. My food wiki sounds interesting, so I'd probably have a look at that one. It's 5 years old, so it's got some nice history. It's not making a lot of money, but perhaps what we're going to do is go in there and see, could we improve that monetization? So at the moment, it's making money out of AdSense, the Google advertising program. Potentially, maybe we could add Amazon affiliate products as well. Maybe we could add other affiliate products. Maybe we could add some information products to the website and increase the monetization. Or potentially, we could just be adding more content and increase the traffic and increase our AdSense or advertising revenue. The other ones that'd stand out to me potentially. Okay, so we've got Fit Notch here. That's a website in the health and beauty. It's monetized with Amazon. It's a year old, so it's got a little bit of age on it, and it says it's making $47 a month. Now, obviously at this point, I'm not doing due diligence. What I'm showing you is just the initial scan of the Flippa results to show, okay, these are the ones that I would click into to research further, because what they are is they're about a particular topic. So fitness. There's lots of money in fitness. There's lots of content that you can write in fitness. So that's one that we would go, okay, let's have a look at it. A lot of the tech ones, we tend to avoid the tech ones because tech moves so fast. There's a lot of content you can create in tech websites. So if you're into tech, so this is the thing, you don't have to be into the particular topic, because we have content writers who write the content. So, and actually now I'm thinking we have owned a few tech blogs, and they've done very well. I haven't managed those ones. Matt's been managing those ones. So there is definitely money to be made in tech. So you might have a look and see what that one is about. General knowledge ones, Club Enigma, where they're monetized by AdSense, it tends to be, they're harder. People aren't looking particularly for that content. The sites we're looking for, they answer questions and solve problems. These general knowledge-y kind of ones, you need a heck of a lot of content to make profitable generally. So we tend to avoid those ones. I would much prefer this one, Best Massage Chair Guide. Boom. It's monetized with Amazon at the moment, but what I'd be thinking is, could I get other affiliate products, other affiliate offers? And actually, if you watch one of our success stories, Lisa, that's what she's done really well. She's broadened the monetizations of her sites. She's got a site she bought for $2,000. It's now making $7,000 a month because she picked up one just like this. It was actually, I think she bought it for $2,000. And she's just gone direct to the product manufacturers or the better affiliate offers, and now gets a much higher affiliate commission than the original owner did on the website. So that's the sort of thing we do to reno these sites. We've got bowling OS. So that's a really nice, passionate niche, sporting niche. So I might go in and have a look at that one. Pet hair guards. Yep, anything in the pet niche, that's always worth a look. I don't know what screwyism is. 20 Days to a Better Life, E for Effort, age. Those ones are a bit more challenging. Again, it's a little bit more general knowledge. It's a bit more, not so much. What we're looking for is things that people would look up on Google. So people are already searching for. So I would probably pass over that one. And same with anything creative sisters, unless it's I'd have to look at that. But maybe if it's creative, like things for kids or something like that. But it doesn't look like something we'd be interested in, a creativity blog. Now, that's not to say you can't make money out of it, of course. I'm just showing you what our strategy and what our filters would get you. So there's lots of websites there. You know, you can go through and find all sorts of websites, but like I was saying, goodgamingdesk.com, beautiful review, ads. They've got AdSense on at the moment, but if it's gaming desks, I would be putting Amazon or other affiliate products on there. So we're looking for these ways that we can. That one's just at $6 at the moment. So, and if you want to have some fun, especially as a beginner, if you want to see, now obviously going and finding some bigger websites is fun too. You can increase this up to, so take off your $3,000 restriction, put that up to $1,000 a month, maybe anything making from $500 to $1,000 a month, just to have a look around. That's good fun because that shows you what's in the marketplace and what people are making out of these websites. But let's go back to our $0 to $50, or let's say $100. And one of the things you can do is scroll down and have the ones that have only got a couple of hours left. So then you can see what the bids are at right near the end of the auction, and you might pick yourself up a little bargain. So you can see there we've got $1,000. Tattoos is tricky as well. I wouldn't necessarily recommend the tattoo sites, although that's 4 years old. It's got some good age on it, and it's making a little bit of money, so maybe worth having a look. $280, $500. So here's where you can potentially pick yourself up a bargain, $160. Now I'm not looking at the topics there, of course, but that's just another way to search on Flippa in order to get that very first website for you under your belt. And we've got lots and lots of students who get that first website for under $300, under $500, and then renovate and end up selling them for thousands and thousands of dollars. Actually, if you see Yvette and Jasmine's story, they bought their little one for $320 and sold it for $6,000 and made $200 to $300 a month out of it as well. So there's lots and lots of opportunities, and this is what we love about the Flippa marketplace. There's lots of opportunities for when you're starting out. Okay, so now you know how we do that search for those websites to buy on Flippa, especially those first websites when you're very first getting into this marketplace and into this world of investing and renovating websites. So if you want to check out more, make sure you watch some of the other videos on our channel. We've got heaps of great information here for you. And also check out those stories, the success stories of our students and what they've been doing, because it'll really open your eyes to the sort of deals that are being done that you can buy, renovate, and then sell or keep websites for a really nice cash flow.